The name, and it's been a minute since I've been on here. People been hitting me up, asking me when I'm coming back to YouTube, what's going on, when I'm posting more videos. And there's been a lot going on with me, a lot. And I've been just kind of like living in real life. So I haven't had a lot of time to like really sit and just make videos. I've been so busy. I did mention previously on this channel that I got my CISA. I'm a certified information system auditor. So I have that. So I had to do the test and the studying for that. And so just, I got caught up in all of that time frame, just trying to, forward progression. And, um, and so I went from that to deciding that I'm going to go for my CPA. So the announcement is two things. One is I started my accounting firm, not a CPA firm, but an accounting firm. And so I officially started my accounting firm. My LLC is back. I was gonna just use my other company that I've been using, but I decided that it'd be better to separate or just create a company that is specific to accounting. And so basically, my first company, well, the company wasn't my first company, but the company I've been using was kind of like the umbrella, like the company that everything would be like under that umbrella. And so all of my other endeavors, all of the business things I do, they have just fell up under that, the other company. But it wasn't specific. It wasn't like if you started a plumbing company that it said, I just started a plumbing company, LLC, or plumbing company LLC. It wasn't like it was like that. So it was more of a generic term for my family or whatever. So, and now, it was supposed to be like the family, umbrella kind of thing, and everything just fell under that. But now I'm looking at building a company to either maybe one day sell or scale. And I wouldn't want to sell the other company that I started. Um, it houses so many different activities that I do inside of it. Hey, what's good? Okay, Azrael, first of his name. Azrael, first of his name. 8695 says, "Hey, I recently graduated. Well, I graduated recently. I might need your advice. Could I have your contact info?" So send me an email. Um, my email should be in the description of this video. If it's not in the description of this video, it's in the description of my previous videos. Send me an email because giving out my number on here is crazy. All right, so send me an email and let me know who you are, and then I'll reach out to you for sure. YL23, what's good? What's good? Congrats. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, so the CISA was a big milestone for me. It was something that I had been after for a while, but when I got serious about it, it kind of happened a lot faster. So I just completed so to sit for the CPA, in case you guys don't know about the CPA, to sit for the CPA, you have to have, well, it depends on the state that you're in, but you go through NASBA. Yeah, CISA, yeah, Certified Information System Auditor. So it's that certification, not talking about CPA, I'm sorry, YL23 just put it in the chat, CISA, question mark. So I'm kind of jumping around, but the CISA is Certified Information System Auditor. It's kind of a dual, your number was set up when I first started. Yeah, it's crazy. So, uh, so basically, it's kind of a dual certification. It is also an IT certification, but it's also an accounting certification. So it's a dual certification. So it's a high level IT certification and it's still an accounting certification. It's more so designed for like IT audit, ISSOs, CISOs, stuff like that, those kind of roles. But it is a director level certification. Um, and so me going after the CPA, you have to have, at least in Georgia, you have to have 150 credit hours of accounting, and it might be some other like specific stuff in there. I think you don't have to have 150 credit hours in accounting, but you have to have 150 credit hours plus 30 hours in accounting, something like that. And you send in your transcripts from all your colleges, and then NASBA has to review your transcript, and then they'll let you know if you meet the requirements that it takes to sit for the CPA. And the CPA is a very difficult exam. It's going to require a lot of studying. I'm gonna be locked in. People think that, oh, you're going to go take the CPA, all right, so how much studying you got to do before you take the test? And I'm like, well, it's 4 tests. it's 4 parts. You got to take 4 different exams to be a CPA. And some people say it's harder than taking the bar. Yeah. So it's kind of like that last hurdle for me in accounting. So I'm going to be locked in studying that. And that's also part of the reason why you guys, there's so many things that I'm doing to level up that I'm just really just busy, and I definitely want to be able to stop and take some time and just come on and talk to you guys about some of the different activities I have going on. By the way, I'm using my headphones that I just purchased just now. I have no idea how they sound. So I'm actually hoping that it's actually using the headphones. I'm not even sure. Hold on, let me see. Does that sound like that's the headphones? I don't know. I didn't, okay, so it's a couple things. All right, hold on. It's a couple messages coming in. All right, so Azrael, first of his name says, yep, far reg, CAD, etc. Yeah, so I'm doing, in Georgia, it's far reg, aud for audit. And then I'm gonna do information systems because I'm already a assessor, so it makes sense to me. All right, so Max Ace 5903 said, I thought you didn't care for CPA. So I did not care for CPA. I'm gonna get back to that statement. And YL23 says, is the CPA still difficult if you study right? Or it's one of those things where it's difficult regardless of how hard you study? So I've never taken it. The things that I see people say is study, study, study. That is, it's not a walk in the park. And people have done well on it, but they studied crazy hard for it, or long hours, and were focused. So I think it's one of those things, if you're focused, you'll be fine. As a real person's name said, I was doing my MBA over the summer, and I want to start studying for my CPA in 2 years. Yeah, okay, so back to what Max Ace 5903 said. Dang it. Hold on, give me 1 second, hold on, I got somebody at the door. All right, so as far as the CPA is concerned, oh, y'all can go in the living room, wherever y'all want. Yeah. So as far as the CPA is concerned, I did not want to do the CPA at first. The only reason I'm doing the CPA is because, well, you guys see what's going on out here in this economy right now, and well, there are a lot of contracts that I was going to go after, but most of the contracts say they have to be done by a CPA firm. So if I was going to stay a federal employee, then CPA is probably not necessary. But if I'm going to come out into the general industry, then the CPA is going to be vital for getting government contracts for accounting. There's a lot of the contracts, they don't actually require a CPA to do the work as far as the work itself, right? I can do an IT audit, but some of these contracts will still say the work must be done by a CPA firm, by a licensed CPA firm. That firm I could either work for or partner with, but I would have to still have that firm associated with me. And I can find CPAs that I could work with and stuff like that. I just prefer to be my own thing. So that's just my way. But I got my people here, whatever. We gotta go over some things. See, I got a lot of things in the works. I got a lot of things in the works. Anybody can grab that? But I got a lot of things in the works. So we'll definitely get back on here and talk some more about accounting. But I gotta go, as y'all can see. Anyway, right now you're watching Casinos the Name. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we out. All right, hold on. Max 23 says, I feel like depending on your age and stage in life, CPA takes too much of your life. YL23 says, I have a degree in biology. I wonder how many classes I would have to take to get an accounting degree. Well, typically to be an accountant it's like 24 credit hours in accounting. I think for the CPA it's 23 credit hours. But anyway, right now you're watching Casinos the Name. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we out.